1. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. 2. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. 3. Whatever you are, be a good one. 4. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. 5. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent. 6. The best way to destroy an enemy is to make him a friend. 7. Am I not destroying my enemies when I make friends of them? 8. The time comes upon every public man when it is best for him to keep his lips closed. 9. At what point then is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring up amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all time, or die by suicide. 10. All my life I have tried to pluck a thistle and plant a flower, wherever the flower would grow in thought and mind. 11. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. 12. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. 13. There is another old poet whose name I do not now remember, who said, "Truth is the daughter of time." 14. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. 15. When I am getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself and what I am going to say, and 2/3 about him and what he is going to say. 16. I desire so to conduct the affairs of this administration that if at the end I have lost every other friend on earth, I shall at least have one friend left, and that friend shall be down inside of me. 17. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. 18. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. 19. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. 20. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. 21. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. 22. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. 23. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. 24. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. 25. Someday, I shall be president. 26. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. 27. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. 28. Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. 29. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. 30. I never had a policy. I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. 31. Republicans are for both the man and the dollar, but in case of conflict, the man before the dollar. 32. Ballots are the rightful and peaceful successors to bullets. 33. Allow the President to invade a neighboring nation whenever he shall deem it necessary to repel an invasion, and you allow him to do so whenever he may choose to say he deems it necessary for such a purpose, and you allow him to make war at pleasure. 34. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free and honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save, or meanly lose, the last best hope of earth. 35. Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. Whether it be true or not, I can say for one that I have no other, so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men, by rendering myself worthy of their esteem. 36. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. 37. When you have got an elephant by the hind legs and he is trying to run away, it's best to let him run. 38. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. 39. It is rather for us here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that, from these honoured dead, we take increased devotion to that cause, for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. 40. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. 41. Let not him who is houseless pull down the house of another, but let him work diligently and build one for himself, thus by example, assuring that his own shall be safe from violence when built. 42. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. 43. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. 44. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of earth. 45. I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. 46. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. 47. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. 48. I care not much for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. 49. I can make more generals, but horses cost money. 50. Never stir up litigation. A worse man can scarcely be found than one who does this. 51. If we could first know where we are and whether we are tending, we could then better judge what to do and how to do it.